Our second contestant is Paul Marnie with the power of the pooch. The power of the pooch, Paul Marnie.
Thank you, Madam Contest Chair. Madam Contest Chair, guests, distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about the power that comes from owning a dog. And to help us explore that topic, I've handed around 4 envelopes to each attendee, or almost all attendees. Is there anyone who doesn't have those? I think there might be one who has those. Does anyone else not have the envelopes? The only thing I ask is that you delay opening them until I ask you to during the presentation. Now, those of you who know me reasonably well here tonight know that I'm a tough character. Now, it's not just the way I talk, it's my general demeanour and my attitude towards life. And I'm sure that's obvious. It's not just my bodybuilder's physique or anything like that, it's just the way I am. Some people say that owning a dog is something that people use to show power and toughness. Now, I'm a bit of a bother boy. Does anybody not know what a bother boy is? A bother boy is somebody back in England who goes around looking for a bit of bother. You know, that's me. That's what I'm like, and that's just the way I am. It's also the era that I was brought up in. You see, when I was growing up, all the beaches in Australia had signs which said things like, "Please report shark bite." Can you imagine that? You know, let's get out of here, you know. No Nancy boys around here, we know what that sort of stuff. How ridiculous. So, you know, this is the world that I grew up in. Now, some people say, as I mentioned, that dogs provide a source of power. I admit, I'm one of those people. I have a dog. It's big, mean, and ferocious. And I invite you to open envelope number 1 just to demonstrate what I'm talking about to you, so you understand the message. Stella, do you not have an envelope? Now, I'm sure now you get the message. Now, that's the way it is. But the power comes not just from the owner. The dogs themselves have power. And in my case, my dog, that ferocious beast, named Bubbles. What a ferocious name. It's frightening, just the name. She understands that, well, she's a woman. She understands that women have a certain power over men in the way they dress, do makeup and perfume they wear. And I invite you to open envelope number 2 so I can demonstrate what I'm talking about. I'm sure you'll understand it. Notice the chick collar, the exclusive bone design. It's just magnificent. And to demonstrate it further, please open envelope number 3. Now, in this case, you'll notice the pocket, designed to carry a mobile phone, lipstick, when we're walking, I should mention, when she dresses up like that, I decide to dress up as well. And not just in any old clothing. I go to the wardrobe and pull out one of the most exclusive labels in the world today. You must know the brand. It's the exclusive Irish brand. My ancestors from County Cork actually developed this brand. You must know it, Omani. It's probably the most exclusive brand. We dropped the O years ago, but they did it. You know. So we saunter along, me in my Omani suit and Bubbles in her beautiful little jacket, and we just exude charisma and power. It all comes from the same thing. Another way a dog demonstrates power is through their intellect. Now, you might think if you own a dog, you're in charge. I'm sorry. Dogs have us wrapped around their paws. They are intelligent beings. Now, I'm fascinated in this subject, and I heard that Melbourne University was conducting research into the intelligence of dogs compared to humans. So I contacted the university And I offered myself and Bubbles as subjects for this research. So we went along and they put electrodes on our skulls and everything, and I'd actually snuck in some plastic toy bolts for the side of our necks. And when we had these electrodes up, Bubbles and I, because she could stand on her hind legs, we were going around chasing the researchers and things like that. It was an absolute hoot. It was really good fun. Anyway, we recently got the results of the research, and the university wrote to me and they said, "Dear Mr. Martin, thank you and Bubbles for participating in our research program. In your case," this is what they're saying to me, "in your case, we felt the simplest and therefore most appropriate way to demonstrate the results was to display them on the photograph you sent us. I invite you to open envelope number 4 to see the results." Now, they went on in that letter to say, "For Bubbles, we've enclosed the entire 130-page research report. And we've also enclosed some further research papers that Bubbles might be interested in. They said, please pass on our best wishes to Bubbles. We enjoyed having her in the program." Now, ladies and gentlemen, I must say I'm a little disappointed with that response. And I brought along here tonight something that I'd like you to sign, if you're willing, on the way out. It's a petition to Melbourne University, a petition against the poor standard of research conducted at the University of Melbourne. And I'm sure you'll support me in signing this petition to demand a complete overhaul of standards and procedures at the university. Because if that's the sort of result they come up with, and they say that my dog is more intelligent than me, I just cannot understand that. So I will continue on, but I will say to you, in conclusion, if your dog ever suggests to you taking part in a research program, put on your Omani suit, or ladies, whatever attire you deem appropriate, put its jacket on, get the leash, hook it up to its collar, and just walk it till it's too tired to think about it. Because these projects are not worth getting into. So hear what I say, don't let that dog have the power over you. You take control. Round of contest, Chair.